Diogo, congratulations, a good night for Liverpool and for you personally, but I'm sure your thoughts must be with your former teammate Rui Patricio at the moment.
Yeah, I think life is more important. I hope it's nothing too serious and wish him obviously a speedy recovery.
Yes, we all do the same.
Yeah.
A good night for you, as I say, a good goal for you, one you'll remember. Great move that led up to it as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think against these kind of teams that they defend well, we need to take advantage when they are unbalanced, and they were at that moment. And a quick triangulation from, I think, Sadio to Mo back again, and then me on the left. So a good movement, a good goal, and helped the team, I think, reaching a victory that we were looking for a long time in the Premier League.
Wasn't a bad time to get it either, was it?
Yeah, obviously, I think we need to improve a lot in this competition, especially, and hopefully this could be a great start of a run until the end of the season.
They did give you a few anxious moments, didn't they, your old club? Would a second goal have taken the pressure off a little bit?
Yeah, it's our game. We knew that, and obviously they make it very hard for us during the entire game. I think we had a couple of chances in the first half. In the second half, not so much, apart from the disallowed goal and Mo now in the end. But of course, we knew that would be tough, and we are very happy with the victory.
About the build-up to his goal, so let's have a look at it, because Wolves won't be too impressed when they see this, will they, Paul?
No, very disappointing. Coming from a Wolves throw-in into Jose, can't hold the ball up. And then after that, you know, you've got the top three. I mean, it's decisive football, cutting through a Wolves like butter. And then obviously, you know, Chief Fisher makes a mistake. But, you know, this is what we want to see from Liverpool. This is what we've missed about Liverpool. This is what the fans have been complaining about. And when they play like this, you know, they're unstoppable, Michael.
Every one of those touches from the Liverpool front three was difficult, you know. Even they made it look good, but the pass across from Salah with his weak right foot, the pace on it, and then the little flick, so it meant Jota didn't even need to take a touch. I mean, it looks quick, or it looks easy, as I should say, but when you're doing it that quick, very difficult. Some great touches, and that's what the front three are all about.
There weren't too many clear-cut opportunities, particularly in that first half for Liverpool, but there was one for Sadio Mane, which you've looked at over and over again, and you have a bit of a theory about.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good move as well. Right the way down the middle, great little play from Thiago, and I love the way he stays on his onside there, and then he decides to go round the goalkeeper, stays on his feet, and I think we see often strikers going down too easy. We just see a hand. He touches Sadio Mane's foot there, and he got every right to go down, but I think it's only fair when we have a go at attackers for going down too early. It's only fair when we give them a bit of praise as well. We don't like to see diving. And there's been a few instances lately with Sadio Mane where he stayed on his feet. So I think we've got to applaud that sometimes. This is the first one against Sheffield United. I think he could easily have gone down. And I think, do you know what? He would have gone, he has been, you know, guilty of going down quite easily in the past. But that, he could easily have gone down. And again, a week or so later at Anfield against Chelsea, Christensen, I think this time, he could easily have gone down there as well. A lot of people were saying, why didn't he go down? Then there was another occasion today. So we have a go at attackers when they go down too easy. This is the third one today. But I think sometimes you've got to give them a bit of praise as well. And Sadio Mane being very honest at the moment.
Where are you with this, Paul?
Yeah, listen, I think Michael's right. He is very honest, you know. The thing is, we don't want people... Because it's got to be clear and obvious, you know. We don't want players just any contact going over and diving, you know. So it's great to see a player, you know, especially Mane, who's obviously got a few criticism for going down in the last couple of years, trying to stay up and score a goal. You know, I think it's great to see it.
Yeah, as you say, Wolves didn't create an awful lot, but right at the end, after the restart, after the worrying injury, this happened.
Yeah, as I said, I mean, I couldn't understand why Nunes, you know, brought back Troy to play as a right wing back. You know, they're 1-0 down, and this is where you want to see him. You know, and it's so simple. You know, ball into the box, takes a little deflection for Fabinho. This is where you miss Jimenez. You know, this is where you need a striker to go and put it in the back of the net, hits his shoulder. Maybe he should get his hair cut, he might be able to see it, you know.
What do you think about the result and the performance tonight?
Oh, yes, it's all about the result. So it was a big fight, and we had, if we wanted like 3 dirty points, completely fine with that. That's how you have to try to get back on track. We had very good moments. We had moments where we should have done better offensively, but defensively the whole game was was really good. They didn't like the start. We were not active enough in the start, and I think the first ball they played behind the last line, which was clear offside, but my impression was it made the last line kind of insecure, so they dropped a little bit deeper. But it was a good defending because the line was in the right place, but because nobody realized that it's clear offside in the end, you take that or you carry that with you if you want. And but apart from that, we improved there a lot and defended really well, and that was the main target today, that we defend them well, we counter-attack and all these kind of things. And then, how I said, a lot of really good football moments where we could have done better and could have scored maybe more, but the goal we scored was beautiful, how it happened, and then the finish, I didn't see it back, it was a short corner. I think it was there, I thought the goalie will save it, but in the end the ball was in, which is very important for us. So we got the 3 points and everything is fine.
Thanks for joining us. First of all, we really have to ask how Rui Patricio is. What's the latest situation,
Yeah,
please?
we just have an update now. He's okay. He's okay.
He's conscious?
He's conscious, totally conscious. He remembers what happens. He's aware. So the doctor told me he's okay.
That's good news indeed. Could you tell us what happened? What was the nature of what happened to him in the collision?
It was a collision with Cody. I think the knee of Cody on the head. But he's okay. He's okay. We speak already, so he's okay. Thank God he's okay.
That's very good news. It must have been very worrying, though, for you and for the players, particularly in view of what happened to Raul earlier this season.
Yeah, all these situations when there's a concussion in the head gets all of us worried. But he's okay. He's okay. So he's going to recover. So everything's okay.
Excellent. Well, that's good news for everyone. Turning to the match, how did you see it tonight?
I think we play a good game. I think, honestly, a very good game. Competitive first half. We had chances. We defend well, controlling the speed of Liverpool, and we play good football with some chances that we should take advantage of it.
Everything is fine. A much-needed return to winning ways. Just how important, though, because they've got a 3-week break now, Paul, before they play Arsenal.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it was massive. I think, especially when you think of playing in the Champions League every week against Leipzig, all the criticism that's been flying around in the league, and it's never easy playing a Champions League game and going into the Premier League. It's tough. Me and Michael experienced it. It's not easy. You're kind of lackadaisical. But today was just about getting the result, as he said, getting the 3 points. Everyone's been asking questions: what's wrong with them? What's going on? We know the major problems. We've mentioned it before, but. He still want to get in that full spot. I think that's imperative. They try to keep fighting for that full spot. They've got some tough games coming up. But the more games you win, the more you start building up bricks and building confidence. And that's what they're going today against a tough ball side.
Confidence is key, isn't it, the way Liverpool have been playing?
Yeah, I mean, this demonstrates really what confidence can do to a player. We've mentioned loads of times before. Everyone around the world will have a different theory on why Liverpool have gone from so good to so bad in the blink of an eye in footballing terms. Now, but the one thing you can't deny is, yes, they've had a couple of big injuries. Yes, that excuse, yes. But in general, now, after all those little, problems, now there is a general lack of confidence, or there has been. And that doesn't repair overnight. Yes, they've all got self-belief. They've been there, they've done it. That counts for so much because it means your confidence comes back quicker. But at the moment, Liverpool on at the top of the game. And as Jurgen Klopp said, to get out of this rut, sometimes you need some dirty points. So they've got 3 dirty points tonight. Then they can build on that. And hopefully, obviously, now, what have they got? 10 games or so to go? They can't really afford many more slip-ups if they're going to get into that top 4.
And given the lack of goals recently, Paul, I mean, the clean sheet was crucial tonight. In terms of that belief.
Yeah, absolutely spot on, Steve. Very, very important, because we do talk about the lack of goals. And the thing is, if you're not scoring goals, you've got to be stopping goals. And, I think most teams, when they play against that Liverpool defence, we think, listen, we're going to get a few chances here. Wolves had a couple of half chances, but nothing that we thought, well, they should have scored, maybe the silver one at the end. So, listen, but they're not scoring goals, but if you're keeping clean sheets, as manager says, you've always got a chance of winning games.
That defence has been pinpointed, hasn't it? A lot of the time, people saying, Kabak, what's he like? Phillips, looks quite raw still. But hey, they've kept 3 clean sheets in the last 3 games, and Liverpool are starting to look like they can win again. So that's the foundations for success, as Paul says.
And they've gone within 5 points of Chelsea. Still within touching distance there.
There is, as Michael said, there's 10 or 9 games to go, and going into a team that's full of confidence, they won't be scared about any fixtures now. I know they've got some tough games coming, but, as you said, if you keep building confidence and winning games and keeping clean sheets, and you kind of get your players back gradually, Who knows where they're going to be at the end of the season?
27 points still to play for.
Yeah, the only problem is that the teams above them in that top four are playing particularly well. They don't look like they're having a wobble. Leicester had a wobble last season towards the end, but they're going to need a team like that to start struggling. Chelsea look very solid at the minute. They don't look as if they're going to lose. They're very solid. Don't get me wrong, they don't look as if they're going to beat anyone 5-0, but they're a good team. Manchester United winning at the minute. Leicester, they're doing well. So Liverpool are going to need some luck from elsewhere as well as playing well themselves.